Hello Aquarius, I am Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November. As always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you, on your time of birth. These elements are air, earth, water, and fire. The 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. So Aquarius, here we go for your card reading for November 2021. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the Shel or the water group for your card reading for November 2021. As the first card here, we see the child, and the child represents a new beginning. It's possible also for some of you people here, especially for the couples here, that there is family planning coming here. If not so, maybe we want to work on our inner child inside of us here. Anyway, this points to us, as this tells us that we should approach situations in our life light-hearted, playful, joyful, actually like a child was, or like when you were a child. This is what we see here with this first card. The central card here that we are seeing here, it's possible here, this points mostly also to that we are in a period that is prosperous for us, a long time of prosperity. It's possible also that there is a long time commitment here going on, but we will see later how this is working. Anyway, this points to that we need to approach the situation in a playful, structural, and we need to see the projects in a long time project like this. This is a long time project here. If we want to start something, we need to commit to this project or to this new beginning on the long run. Anyway, it tells us also, the tower, that we need to be a little bit patient. The tower is a slow card. It's about structures, experiences. It's ruled by Saturn, so this is also a card that is slow. This is a slow card here that we are seeing here. Anyway, it also can point that we need to apply learn new disciplines for achieving the goal that we want to reach. Anyway, we go in the horizontal lines now. The first card here that we see here is the child and the crossroads. The crossroads points that we are literally in the fork. We need to make a choice here. Maybe there's a choice, the heart is next to it. It's possible there's a choice related to our love life. This is one thing, but it's also possible, since we have the tower here, that we need to make a choice regarding certain ambitions that we are having in our life. Anyway, it points us that we are ready to move into a new direction. We are standing in front of that crossroad and we need to make a choice. It's possible that this opportunity excites you, that you are joyful about this opportunity, and we need to move ahead. In another way, it's possible also, if you have children in your life, that these children are about to make a choice in their life. Maybe if they're older already, they are the ones who need to make a choice of heart or for a lover. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, the choices that we need to make could be a little bit based on inexperience. Maybe we need to get more experience because, as we saw, it's a long-term project here. Maybe we're a little bit naive here with this combination. Here, it's also possible that it's a decision related to a child, related to your child here. This is what we see here also. Anyway, Anyway, there's an open-mindedness here, a naivety here that we are see here. Possibly also you are willing to try several options because the child is open-minded. So probably you want to see several options here in your life. This is what we see here. Anyway, this could point that the choices, if we think they are big, maybe they are not so big as we thought they would be, or they are not so decisive because the child is small. So maybe the decisions are not so big, but they will be on long run. This is what we see here. Then we have the crossroads and the heart. This is a little bit a dubious combination. It could point to a choice of our heart here that we are seeing, or maybe we have a change of heart. This is what we see here. It's possible if we are in love situations that we have, for instance, multiple suitors, or we are in contact with several women, and it's like we are about to make a choice, or we need to make a choice, and we are not sure what choice we are making. We are not sure what direction that we need to go. And here the answer is you need to follow your heart. This is what this combination says. Anyway, the choice might impose itself here. This is what we see. There might be a little bit of confusion in these relationships. Maybe you don't want to know. And what is also possible is that there are several relationships going on without any commitment. Maybe both of you are not dedicated. You are just friends here, and you start a new relationship. It's not yet in the next stage. This can also point, because the crossroads is double two partners. This is what we see here. If you are aware of that, this is possible. If you are not, here we have the snake. The snake is not a very good card in love relationships, but we go later into that. But mostly this card points to triangle relationship, or things that are happening in three. So it means that one of the partners could be involved in more than one person. If you're aware of that, it's fine. If you're not, you should be aware of this situation. Anyway, coming back to those two cards here, the crossroads and the heart. We need to maybe decide what our priorities are. It's like you doubt here, is this the love of my life? This is possible also, or do I need to go on? It's possible also that you have a free point of view on love, that you don't want to commit, or that both partners have a free point of view over love. They don't want to commit, but they are friends, and they just stay together as friends, and they both respect each other's freedom. But with the snake, I said we need to be careful. Then we have the fish, the tower, and the key there. The fish and the tower here, this is if you had in the previous months issues with money, these issues will be resolved. The key is a very positive card, and the last line is very positive. This will resolve your, if you have money issues or you're waiting on some money, it will be solved. Maybe you're waiting for a longer time already for certain monies that need to come to you, and this will happen now because the key solves that. The key solves the solution. It's possible with the crossroads that multiple solutions regarding money here are offered to you. So this is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, if you have made investments, if you are in another stage of our life, because we work for a broad audience here, if you are in another stage of your life, it's possible that, and you have made investments, that you have a return here on your investments. Maybe there are savings here that are returned here. Anyway, we see this bears fruits on us here. We get the return of our investments. In some cases also, this points to in love relationships that people are sexually attracted to us. With the tower is an older card, and it's possible that the person who you are connected to, or you are connected to the person, that this person is older or more mature. This is what we see here, because the tower is more mature, or this person is further in his life. I'm assuming here also that this person would have some funds that he can take care of himself well. Then what we see more here, maybe this person has a business, Or if you have a business yourself, it points to a very profitable business. If you have your own business, this is the key to success. You could be successful on the long run. Anyway, here it points also that probably you have a very strong focus on this business. Sometimes also with this combination, we like to be a little bit alone. If we work hard, sometimes we need moments of quietness for recover our mind a little bit here. This is what we see. Anyway, it can also point to that we are liquidating assets here. This points to legal work, profitable business here, long-term money. This is money on the long term here that we are seeing here. Anyway, it could also be that if we are further in this relationship or we are new in a relationship, that the person that we are connected to or we ourselves are in a higher position, because the tower points to higher positions that bring a lot of money. This could then point to CEOs, people of big companies. This can point to judges, high-placed lawyers, people who bring solutions or who need to make decisions. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, it points also that we that money has a value for us. It's important for us in our life. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the tower and the key, here on itself. The tower sometimes means that something out of our past is coming back here. And this points also that we are in it for the long run, maybe on this business. As I said, again, here we see the same. We are here in a business for the long run. This is not something for 6 months. We are in it here for the long run. This is like fate here. There's a guidance here. If we have business here, here things are very clear to us where we need to go. In a way, it's possible also that some money from before that maybe was not available to you is coming back to you, because the tower sometimes returns things out of the past. It's also possible that these monies were not available because they were on long-term investments and now they are back available. Or some bank accounts that you had, for instance, in abroad. I'm just giving an example. You could not reach these bank accounts and now suddenly you have access to them, or you are able to get those monies back because the key brings solution, and this is a solution for a financial issue. Anyway, this is on the business. This is a very good combination. We have a focus here. If you have something going on here with authorities, it will work out positive. If you're waiting on money from authorities, the answer is yes. An allowance is yes. So everything is positive here regarding these things. If you're connected somehow in a lawsuit or in a court decision, it's possible that this has costed some money, but the outcome will be very positive here for you. This is what we see here also with this combination. On the sexual life also, as I said, this opens also doors for the sexual side of our life. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, it could be also sometimes that in some parts of our lives, we are very strict, and in other parts, we are more letting go. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible because we have sufficient money. We are not really a person who is very tight with the money. It's possible that we are able to let go of our money because we have enough, like we let it go here. We could see this with this combination. Anyway, this points, if you have a problem or if you need to solve something with money, if you think about it rationally, the solution will come to you. Then we have the snake, the tree, and the dog. If you felt a little bit under the weather, this can point to certain medication that you are taking. The dog is a positive card, so it will, here we have the last line, is very positive. So if you take some medication for something, it will work out. You will find your strength back as before. It's possible that your doctor or the person that you have confidence in is already you're already a long time acquainted with this person, and you trust the medication that he gives to you or that you are prescribed described here. This is what it's also possible that you are more in a spiritual healing or natural healing into herbs here. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, if we have some health issues or there is something going on with our health, these are slow cards. We need to take it on the slow. It's something that will go slowly. If we keep up our medication or our natural products that we are taking, it will all work out well, but these are slow cards. It's not something that we can solve in a rush, but these cards are positive for a solution because since we have the key there, if there are problems, these problems will be solved. Sometimes also, if you go to a doctor, and that would then meaning if you go to a hospital and not your regular physician, if you have an extensive examination and you get back your results and you say to yourself, this cannot be possible. Sometimes also it's wise with this combination that we ask for a second opinion or we do a double check. This is also because sometimes this points that things could be not correct from the first, that the diagnosis is incorrect here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you can talk to it with your doctor, and if he disagrees also, probably you will see and you will get more insights in this combination. This could point also, as we said earlier, if you're in a love relationship, or if you're married, the snake sometimes points to triangle relationship. So it means that possibly one of both parties is connected to another person. This is what we see here with this combination. Here we actually see a mistress here. It's possible if you are the person who are in that relationship with another person, here also you yourself, if you are connected with another person, this points to a person that has her own agenda. So her or his own agenda, because both genders are applying here. So it's possible that you think that this person has your best intention, but actually this person is in it for their own personal reason. Maybe she wants to grow more and she wants to use you for getting more familiar in some areas in her life. So we always need to be careful with the snake because the snake is a smart card. It's a very intelligent card. The snake always knows what she's doing. She's waiting till the right time and then she strikes. This is what you see. If you're onto this situation, if you know that this is going on, it's fine. With this combination also, if we are in business, you will see that this combination gives you very good insights if you have competition. Like you will feel what the competition is planning. It's like you know here with this combination. Anyway, there's a wisdom here, there's an intelligence here. This is what we see here. It's possible that this second lover, or that we are in combination with, that this person is refined, high placed. This is possible here with this combination. The person would also be very seductive because the snake can be very seductive. Anyway, in another way, if you are a person who is interested in the family tree, in your family tree, it could also mean that you're doing research regarding your family tree. These are things are possible. It's a totally different angle, but I mention it here. If we are in connection with some politicians for some problem that need to be solved out, we need to be very careful also with this combination. These people, sometimes politicians, you know, a politician is a politician. So here we need to be careful that this person is honest to us. I don't want to give everybody the same treatment here, but what I'm saying here, if this is a politician, we need to be very careful how this person is connected to us and what is his intentions for us. Here we need to be very careful here with politicians. We need to be careful. Then we have the tree and the dog. Here we see that probably our friend circles is expanding. It's possible here also with this combination, if we come in another phase of our life, that we are growing up in our life, we go in the tower, we advance in our career, and it's possible that our friends that we meet new friends that are higher placed, and these people help us also for advancing our career. This is what we are seeing here in this combination. Anyway, there's a growing friendship here with those people. Here we also see lasting friendships here, that we are there's a loyalty here towards friends. These friends are also willing to help you because the dog helps. This is what we are all seeing here. There's a consistency here in the friendship. These people really want to help you for moving on. Anyway, maybe sometimes it's required that you need to follow protocol, because the tower is protocol. So maybe for getting in certain positions, we need to follow certain protocols. But if you do, here we have the key. It will have a very positive result, and it will have the result that you want. So this is what we see here. If we follow what is ordered to us, we will advance in our position or in our life or in our business. This is what we see here. We need to be serious in our business. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the vertical lines. We go here to the child, the fish, and the snake. Here we see that there is a possibility to new sources of income if you're planning to start an additional business or an additional investment. This is what we are seeing here. We have the snake here, so it means we need to see that we check everything thorough out before we make this investment. We need to be wise with those investments. If you invest in a field that you are not familiar with, make your investigation, check it out, be calm. Be calm before you invest, especially with the tree here, because the tree is a slow growing card and the tower tells us to follow the rules and the regulations. So if you do investments, search on the internet, read books before you make your investment. This is what we see here, but it could mean a new source of investments here, a new source of income. There are new ideas here. Maybe in this field where we want to go, as I said, the child is inexperienced. We have not so much experience in this field. And in another way, that's then a total different way, it's possible that we spend some money for ourselves, for something maybe we waited for a long time. We make a certain, like we spoil ourselves a little bit. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, there's some money coming in here. Because, excuse me, this points also to a business that you are beginning, a start of a business. This is what we are seeing here. Excuse me. Anyway, we could feel also, if we have children here, it's possible that our children ask us for some things. We need to buy them some things, and there's actually a pressure from them for buying these things. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, it points that we need to be responsible with certain gifts that we are doing here. Especially if we have several children here, we need to be careful. Then we have the fish and the snake here. It's possible that you're very focused on this new business and that you want to make more money with this. And this could be a good combination, as I said, if you do it in a calm and deliberate way. If you desire more in your life, you can, but you need to focus here. Maybe there are certain uncertainties that you didn't see here. So you need to check everything out here so everything can go in your way. You need to be intelligent, calm, and waiting till the right moment, till it's your time here. This is what we see. Then we have the crossroads, the tower, and the tree there. The crossroads and the tower here, it's possible that some things of our past, as I said, that we are letting go of these things. A new phase is in front of us. A new path is opening here for us. we are ready to let go of things that are happened in our past here. This is possibly also a necessary change, and there will be structural changes, really structural changes in your life that gives you more roots. This is what we see here. We learn certain lessons in our lives, and the lessons that are given to us can make us more stable in life. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, we need to be rational now about money. We need to think about money. It's possible also on the work front, if you are in a job and you work for a big company, that you need to follow certain protocols, rules. We see this here back, and you need to really here, the rules are dictated here from the company. If we follow, the money is there. So this is what we see here. These are official pathways. Things will be legalized for us. It's possible also that you are connected to some government decisions, court decisions. This is what we see here also with this combination. If you are a lawyer before, and you for instance, you applied for becoming a judge, or you did an exam, this can also point to that growth in career, that you go in the higher echelon, because this is the higher echelon here that we are seeing, or the higher authorities that we are confronted with here. This is what we see. Anyway, we could also feel a little bit alone in certain decisions that we need to take. We need to take them alone. Maybe certain decisions, maybe certain alternatives are offered to you and you don't want them. You say no, you decide against it. This is possible also. You let your reason work for you. You make rational choices, and you will not go in certain choices that are offered to you. You need to think things over here before you make certain decisions in your life. And sometimes it's the wise thing to do, especially with the snake there and with the tree, as that these are slow cards. Then we have the tower and the tree here. This points that in our career, we are on the right track here for our life. The things are unfolding as we want to, and solutions will be offered to us, but probably we need to stay loyal. We need to follow protocol. We see this always back here. Again, here we see maybe that you are doing a body checkup, or maybe it's connected to the business or to your position. Maybe you need to do a business checkup for the business. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, we are very fixed here in certain positions of our life. We want to go there. We want to be there. It's possible also that you are connected to certain bureaucratic rules here that we are seeing here. Maybe some rules in that company, or if you work for the government, are unchangeable. This is what we see here. It's possible that certain conditions in that job you cannot change. They are what they are, and we cannot change this here with this combination. Anyway, we see more progress coming here. If you already made more progress is to come here in 6 months to 1 year. More progress here is hanging here in this combination. Maybe the building that you are working is old, antique. It doesn't mean it's in bad condition, but this points to an old building, can point to an old building or an old institution that we are working for here with this combination. Anyway, this can also point, we saw here already new business. Here, this can point also that we do something self-employed. Maybe we have a job for the government and we decide to do additional business, additional investments. We see this here coming back in the same combination. Anyway, this can also point to people, if they work steady in their lives, that they reach the top of our life in their life later on. It doesn't mean you are short of money, but the actual best part of our life can come between 60 and 75. This is what we see here sometimes with this combination. In another way, I didn't mention this angle yet. If you are in the spiritual world, if you are a spiritual type, this can point also that you are connected to spiritualism, shamanism. This is what that you have connections, as they say, with the other side, especially with the crossroads there. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. In a way, this can also point that you are offering service to high-placed people, that you are an expert in your branch. This is what we see here also with this combination. Or in any field that you work, this points to experts. So it's possible that some people come to you and they ask you your expert advice. This is what we see here. Probably also, as we saw earlier, some of these, sometimes you work alone, you need to work alone, you need to retreat. Maybe you are very productive if you are alone, or even if you can do your work in a quiet environment, like if you live in a quiet environment, this could make you very productive here. This is what we see here. Then we have the heart and the key and the dog. If we decide to go in certain relationship and we made our decision, it's possible that this works out because we have the dog here if we are about to decide. If not, but the key is in our hands, so we can do what we want. Sometimes this points to the right partner choice, that you are able to open your heart. Anyway, this points to important relationships here. We can open emotionally if we like to. We can say yes to a relationship if we want to. We can learn to love here if we want to. Anyway, the key is success to a loving approach here. That is what we are seeing here. We can accept love if we want. If we had some troubles before in our love life, it's possible here with this combination that we reconsider the situation. This is all possible here, but of course it depends on your personal point of view. Then we have the key and the dog. It's possible if we need to make a certain decision, maybe about our love life, that we ask for advice to a friend that is already a long time in our life, because we have the tree there. So we ask, maybe we are new in this love thing, and we ask to a significant friend about this love relations, how this is working out for you, or how this can work out for you. This is what we are seeing here. Here it's like maybe this friend, he need to convince you if you want to go in this love or not. Here, and maybe this person tells you, yeah, of course you need to allow the other person in your life, because sometimes the dog asks for permission. So it's possible that you're a little bit old-fashioned, and you actually need to say to the person, okay, I'm going into it. In another way, if you have been long time in a very fixed situation, we see this here again, it's possible that you liberate yourself from restrictions you had before. But this could then mean in the love life or in the friendship life. Maybe you liberate yourself from some things in there. Then we have the child, the tower, and the dog. So here we see again that we release the past. I just see if I can add something more here. If you have a child and you work a lot, it's possible also with this combination that your child feels a little bit alone. Maybe you work a lot. This is what we see here also with this combination. This could point to a teenager, or maybe your child is growing up and it retracts. It's not, sometimes teenagers withdraw themselves. So this is what we see here. They come in a difficult phase of their life, and the teenager withdraws. This is what we see here. If you have children, you know what I mean here with this combination. It could mean also that the child feels a little bit lonely. It's possible also it studies hard here with this combination. Anyway, the child here, it's you protect your child here. There's a loyalty towards the family. Here, this is what we are seeing from the child. Also, the child obeys the rules because the dog follows. So I think this is a child that obeys the rules and the structures here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the tower and the dog. Here, it's possible that a friend you didn't see for a very long time, he suddenly appears in your life here again. It could be a senior colleague, and this person also would be high placed. Maybe he's the one who helped you for advancing in your career if you're new in certain career paths in your life, and he tells you how to move best if you want to move up. It's possible here he explains you the rules you need to follow here also. In some cases, It could mean that this is a relative of you. Maybe a relative of you is in the same line of work, and he explains you the rules and regulations. If you're in a school, your brother could or your sister could explain you the rules and regulations to follow. Anyway, this points to friends in high places. Following your friends, this is what we see here with this combination. Here, it's possible also if our child asks us certain things that we refuse. Maybe our child asks us something and we say no. In another way, it's possible here with this combination, if we ask some authorities for a solution, that maybe you get the solution, but your answer is no. We see this here coming back. Anyway, we are supportive to the authority. Then we have the heart, the tower, and the snake here. As I said earlier, also a lover out of your life can come back. We saw there are several options here for lovers. We can make several choices. You can go into it, you can stay independent. There's a lot of options here that you can choose here. It's possible here with this combination, there could be a renewal of a friendship that leads to a love affair, but we have the snake here. As I said, we need to be careful with the snake. This person could be involved in another relationship. This is what we see here, and maybe this person is not open about it. Anyway, here we could also see that our partner, the partner that we are having, that our partner withdraws. For certain reasons, maybe our partner has some difficulties in his life, his or her life, and there is a withdrawal, a temporary withdrawal, maybe for business reasons, maybe for personal reasons, and you are not able to reach each other for now. There's a kind of a loneliness here that we are seeing here, and the person is not able to reach out, or you are not able to reach out the person. You have the feeling like here that nobody loves you, or you are unable to love the other person here. Anyway, there could be some heartache here involved. This is possible also. There's a lot of combinations here possible for love. Anyway, what we see more here, we saw this earlier, but it comes back here that it's possible that the lover or the person that we are connected to, the partner is older than us. We see this here because the tower is older. Also, it's possible that this person originally has another culture. Maybe he or she has a different skin color. This is what we see here because this is sometimes crossing borders here, what we are seeing. So this is possible also with this combination. The person, his original roots are from in abroad. This is what we are seeing here, but probably he's already a long time there with this combination. Anyway, if we have a certain love relationship, it's possible that we keep this secret. This can also point to a secret love affair. It's possible here this secret love affair is very structured, meaning we meet each other always at the same time, the same place, the same moment. This is what we see here also with this combination. This is also possible here, what we are seeing here. Anyway, this also points to ambitions in our life, that we are very ambitious. It's possible also here with your loved one or a person who is close to you that you are very protective, maybe overprotective here for the partners here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, a lot of doors can open here for you, whatever you want here would be possible. Let me see here more. Anyway, this points, this is then the general consensus. We will need to find a certain balance here. We need to find a certain balance, meaning a balance in our love life and in our work life. If we work a lot, this points that we need to find a balance. This is what we see here also. Then we have the tower and the snake on itself. Again, here we see you let go of your past. You literally change skin. If you are in a working position, it can mean that you literally change your clothes and you go in a higher position. You go from the working suit in the business suit. If you are, this is changing suit the change of appearance here. You are a lawyer, you go into the judge robe here. This is what we see. This is all possible here with this combination. We literally change our skin the way the people see us here. It's possible that we solve legal problems. We have insights in legal problems here. This is what we see here, or we are confronted with legal problems. This is where do we see? Anyway, we see a very strong focus here for reaching the top of our life here. This person, this points to a person who is smart, who is wise, who has a lot of experience. We see the expertise coming back here. But as I said, sometimes you will need to be alone for letting your mind relax here. This is what we see. And also we see a very disciplined person here. Anyway, 4 pieces for the Shel or the water group. This is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are following here for the sign of pieces. Check out also the love card readings and the financial card readings that we do each month, especially for the sign of pieces. So this is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this card reading pieces, and we see each other in my other card readings. Bye-bye for now, and thank you for watching. I'm sorry, of course I meant Aquarius. I was a little bit confused here with the Shel. So this was the reading for Aquarius. Anyway, thank you for watching and sorry for the mistake. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the card reading. Bye-bye for now. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for November 2021. As the first card here on your 9-card portrait, we have the clovers. The clovers is the lucky card of the deck, so it means your person is protected, and I see here also the finances are protected here. So this is a very protective condition for your finances and for financial growth. But coming back to the clovers on itself here, things will, if you want, things will work out in a positive way for you here with this combination. In general, this is a very positive laying, especially with the bouquet here, and renewal is possible. Things, we can balance things out, we can work things out, because this is the card of Venus. So if we have some issues in our life, they are more easy to work out with this combination. Anyway, things are that are in store for us are very positive here with this card. Anyway, we need to think here what we want and where we want to go. This is what we see here with this combination. Then here we see the flowers as the second card. This is a card of harmony, balance. This is the card of Venus. So here in this combination, it tells us if we want to reach certain targets in our life, it's best to be wise, smart, diplomatic. This is what we see here, because we have the snake next to it. And also this asks for diplomacy, tact, being wise, being harmonious. This is what we see here. If we want to reach certain things in our life, this is the best way to do it. In another way, this points also to that a lot of creativity for now is going on here. If you have some commitments regarding to creativity here, this is a very positive combination. Also. Then we go on the horizontal lines. We start with the clovers and the bear here in the upper. Anyway, this points that we are in for financial luck here. With this combination, we can improve our lifestyle, our status even. If we have certain challenges in our life, we are protected from it. If people pose certain things upon us, we are protected. If a manager has like an odd attitude towards us, even if he threatens us, we would be protective here with this combination, or we would be protective here with this combination. Anyway, financially, it could mean that you receive more money. There are bonuses possible here. Maybe there's some appreciation. If this money is not translated in direct bonus, this means that a position could be offered to you on the long run, because the tree is on long run. So it means that positions will be offered to you for growing more into your job. You get more authority, you would get more strength, you get more roots here, because the bear is authority. So if you want to grow in your position, and this is not directly translated in money, but probably it will be, but if it's not directly translated in money, it will be translated to you in growth. And of course, if you grow, the finances come with it. This is what we see here. Anyway, probably also our boss is kind to us, and we are kind to the boss, or we should be kind to the boss here. This is what we see. If we are kind to the boss, or we are nice to the boss, we are diplomatic, we can more easy grow in the business. Or if we have our own business, we can grow more in our own business here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it could be an unexpected money that you are receiving here. Your boss could be very nice to you. In another way, it's possible so that you get some invitations here. Maybe you're invited here from some people here that are in a management position. If you're not yet in a management position, it might become, but it's possible that your manager invite you out here for a nice time here, and you discuss maybe about things for you in the future here. These people want to protect you, they want to take care of you here. This is what we see here. And it's possible also you yourself, you are protective towards your children, because the bear protects, and the bear protects the root. So it's possible that you protect your children here. This is what we are seeing here also. Anyway, sometimes it points also that our boss might be a little bit irresponsible, and we are the one who need to take responsibility for the boss. Maybe this is sometimes also what we see here. It's like we need to protect the boss, and in another way, the boss protects us. So anyway, then we come here to the bear and the tree on itself. This means that on the long run, you will have some serious improvements. The bear is big, so the bear improves. He let the roots grow here. So there are serious positive changes here that we are going on. If we are waiting for something, improvement in our job, now this is the time to grow. We are allowed to do so here with this combination. In a way, the bear is a big animal. It's possible also with this combination that physically we gain weight. This is what we see here also with this combination. And in another way, it's possible that you, if you're a woman, you decide to let your hair grow. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, if you feel that you are overweight, it's possible that you decide to lose weight. This is what we see here also. Maybe you spend some money. It's possible that you spend money for losing weight. Here, this is what we see for exercising. Maybe you go to the gym. It's possible, and it will work out well here if you go to the gym, and you will probably you will need to do a lot of efforts for it. Maybe you're not the type that loses easily weight, but if you adjust your food here, it's possible here. Anyway, there's a financial general protection here, increase in work. This is what we are seeing here. If you're a manager, it's possible you need to be strict to some people, that you need to tell them it's like this and like that and not different. This is what we see here also. But here, it's best here that we keep our approach kind. We will receive more results if we are diplomatic, if we do it in a kind way. If we actually bully, it might work out not so as we expected. So it's best here to be a little bit charming. This is what we see here, even to colleagues, or even if we are higher placed here. For some people who are here also, this could mean that we protect ourselves against something. Maybe there is some things going on here. Physically, we protect ourselves from something. Here, we protect ourselves here. Anyway, there's a stable health going on here. And here, we see that our health also has an influence on our daily life. So it's important here that we are healthy. Maybe we need our health to function well here. Anyway, we need our body to live. So actually, it's directly related. Then we have the birds, the bouquet and the snake. The birds and the bouquet here, it's possible that we receive or we give compliments. This is what we see here with this combination. It's also possible here that because we grow in our position, that we are allowed more freedom in our work. We are allowed to more freedom here. And we probably will, but we will keep it in a balanced way. We will not exaggerate it, and we will appreciate this newcomer freedom to us here. This is what we see here with this combination. If we felt a little bit difficult before because we could not grow before, but now we will feel positive because this growth is possible. If there were issues before, with some authority figures, with people in high places, this means we can resolve the problem now. We can sit together, we can talk it in a kind and gentle way, and the problems will be worked out. This is what we see here. Anyway, this means good news is coming to us here. There's a lot of talking here. It's possible also that you have a close friend here to you, that you talk to a lot here, that this points to a close friend. It's possible with some friends you go to a party. This points to party also. There will be a lot of chatter there. Maybe some of your friends here or people that you are connected to art. This is possible also. You make some appointments with the phone here. You're going to an exciting party. There's some people there who are involved in art, and you have good conversations there. This is what we see here. Anyway, there's a big social circle here, a lot of communication in the circle going on here. Maybe there's a lot of communication, how we can make ourselves more pretty, more beautiful, and maybe it's related to the weight loss or that we get our body in a better position. This is possible also. Then we have the bouquet and the snake on itself here. Again, we see diplomacy is required here. Also, we need to focus here. The lily is the card here of the long run. So it means this is actually your career. So we can talk to our boss, our manager, if we are not yet in a management position and our opinion is asked here, we can focus on this career. The snake gives us the ability to focus ourselves very much in our work. So this is what we see here. And the lily is a card on the long run. So as you understand here, this one is like, if you talk to your boss, you communicate, you explain what you want, and you find the balance, more growth here is possible with this combination. Anyway, you could, maybe you feel like if you charm, there's a lot of possibilities here that we are seeing here. The meeting could be a little bit complicated and a little bit, if you have a meeting with a manager or a boss, it might all be a little bit hectic, but if you keep it in diplomacy and charming, the things will work out very well here, what you are doing here. In another way, it could be that some of your colleagues might be a little bit jealous of the position that is offered to you. This is what we see here also with this combination. In some cases also, not necessarily related to the work then, but it's possible also that you decide to go into sex with certain people, because this is these are sexual cards, all three of them. So it's possible also that you decide to go in sexual interaction. If you are not in a relationship, you go here, you decide to go in sexual intercourse. This is what we see here. It's possible that you are actually invited for that, or that you invite somebody else here. This is what we see here with this combination. Maybe somebody charms you up, or you charm somebody here. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, this points to a very happy situation. But as I said, it's possible that everybody around you is not happy with the promotion or with the improvements that you have made in your life. Maybe some jealousy here from some colleagues is going on. This is possible. Maybe these people don't actually want you to be happy. This is what you see, but we need to think, of course, about ourselves first. Then we have the sit, the lily, and the ring there. The sit and the lily here, it points that suddenly we are confronted with with new business contract, because this could be a relationship, but it can also mean business. So maybe I will get the several angles here. So it's possible here new possibilities here are offered to us. And these possibilities could come sudden, because the sit is suddenly. Suddenly it comes to us, and we have a certain change in our path of life. And this could point out to be a positive thing. This could point out to be a positive. Maybe we need to decide quick. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If we are in a profession, it could be that we are in a profession that we need to make decisions. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, this decision could influence you on the long run. If you take this decision, it could have long enduring consequences here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also we see people that look very good for their age with this combination, especially with that one. So if you are an older person, it's possible that you look very good for your age and that you get compliments for that. Here, this is what we are seeing here also, because we have Venus in the middle there. Anyway, again, here we see that people are flattering us. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. What we see more here. Then we go to the lily and the ring here. The lily and the ring here, this points to partnerships or contracts on the long run, both. Excuse me. Here, it's possible also here that regarding relationships, it's possible that maybe with some partners or with a partner, it depends if we are married or not. But if we are in certain relationship, it's here that we decide not to go in intercourse with certain partners. It's like we decide to hold back. Even though here the offers are here, maybe sometimes you will, but also the possibilities here is that you refuse here, because this points to a refusal here that we are seeing. Sometimes here also it points to contracts on the long run, business contracts on the long run. These business contracts, maybe these contracts are made with women. This is possible also, that you make business contract with women, no matter your gender, but these contracts are made with women. Maybe these are women in charge. This is what we see there. This can point also to a marriage here that is already for a long time. But as I said, with the snake, we need to be very careful. The snake is a very smart card. So it's possible here in this relationship, there is something going on here. Sometimes it points to triangle relationship. The snake always points to triangle relationship. Also for business, we need to be careful. Don't think that you are alone in it for the business. If you go for certain contracts, be aware that you have competition, be smart, play the game smart, play the game on the long run, because we have the 3 here. The 3 points says that we need to think on the long run for this contract. Maybe this is not a one-time deal. So we need to see here that we are in the exact right position for having this on the long run. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, coming back to this relationship, in a way, this points to a harmonious relationship. If you are already for a very long time single, or you've never been married, sometimes this points to a marriage that we have very late in life. Maybe you decided to focus on your career, and maybe now you have several options of partners, and you are thinking about this, because this points to a late marriage. Some people want the career first, and then connecting. So this is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, if we make certain promises or certain contracts, we are reliable, we stick to our promises here, we move slowly ahead, we will keep to what we have promised, and there's a strong focus on the long run here. If we have certain partners or certain connections with people around us, with sexual partners, there's a lot of relaxation here. There's a lot of relaxation here. We enjoy good food. We enjoy the good time together. This is what we see here also with this combination. There's a essential component here embedded in this whole thing. Anyway, it's possible also that with your current condition, if you're not married, that you are happy the way you are. This is possible also with this combination. This is what we see here. But as I said, this points that to somebody who can decide to go very late in his life in relationships or fixed relationships. Then we have the clovers, the birds, and the sit here. The clovers and the birds here, this points to a very positive relationship here that we are having. If some mistakes were made before, these mistakes here with this combination can be undone. So if we had some mistakes here, we have the flowers here in the middle, these mistakes will be forgiven to us. This is what we see here with this combination. Maybe we said something that we didn't meant to. And somebody helps us in our communication for getting straightened things out here. Maybe we made some error while we are talking. We made some error in our work. This is possible also what we are seeing. And suddenly this is reversed. We are back on track. This is what we see here. And we are able to fix it and things are worked out immediately. So everybody is on the same page again. Here, this is what we see here. If there was gossip about this problem before, the gossip will, if there was gossip and harmful gossip here, this gossip will be past. It stops here. This is a short time of dislike here that you have, but now you're in it for a good part. This we saw already here that there are very positive things happening here, but this can also point here that we are actually getting the wild card here. This is what we see here, even though we are very focused on the long run, but here we see we get the wild card in our hands here. This is what we see. Anyway, you need to, if you can change the situation, you cannot wait forever. You need to react on this chance immediately, or you miss the opportunity. This is what we see here also with this combination. In some ways of our life, we need to see that we keep ourselves healthy also. We need to see that we keep our body healthy here. This is what we see here again. And it's possible also with this combination that you as a person, or here that you are a quite humoristic type of person. This points to funny persons, people who have razor sharp humor. This is what we see here. This is also possible in this combination. Then we come to the birds and the sit here. It's possible here that somebody before, as we saw, stabbed us in the back. So with this combination, and we need to forgive this now, we see this also. We mentioned this earlier, and here this points in a positive way that something turns into a happy thing here. This is what we see, especially with the bouquet as in the middle. We see this turns in a positive thing here. What we see more here, then we see if there are certain chaotic conditions in our life or situations, we put an end onto this chaotic situation. If there are nervous things in our life before, stressing things, we put an end to it. This is what we see here also. Then we have the bear, the bouquet, and the lily. Here we see with this combination that if we put certain efforts, that we are rewarded for those efforts, and it's on the long run, but we already saw this here. Again, here we see sensuality with partners. Here this points sometimes also to a very strong partner. The partner is strong, physically strong or mentally very strong partner. Here this is what we see here with this combination. There's also a lot of sensuality here. If you have certain partners or a partner, fixed partner, this could mean that the sex is fulfilling, but don't forget, as I said, the snake is there. Anyway, in another way, this can point, if your grandmother is still alive, that you still have a very good contact with your grandparents. There's a very good contact here. Maybe this person in the past, she learned you a lot, and here we see a positive contact here with the grandmother or the grandparents. Anyway, this points also that we visit high standards restaurants. This is what it points also. The environment of the restaurants is very good, and also the food will be very good. I think this is an established place, maybe that you are planning to visit here. This is what we see here, or we see a visit here to the grandparents for reconnecting with them. Maybe it's a long time we've been there. Then we have the bouquet and the lily. Here, this combination, this is a very positive combination, especially on the long run. We have the results of our work. But we see more here. This points also to creativity, that we are, if we want here, we can project our creativity here on the long run. If we have a creative job, it means that we can put our stamp here on the long run for being creative. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe you want to expose your work, your artwork, or your work needs to be exposed. It's like it's brought out here. This is what we see here. If you do, you're probably quite pride on your work. Maybe it's a unique kind of work that you're exposing here. But sometimes it could be a little bit maybe formal, because Venus can be sometimes a little bit formal, especially with this card here. Things go a little in a certain structure here. It's all a little bit managed the way we bring it. And maybe it's necessary. Maybe we work for a certain audience, a higher placed audience, and we need to put it in a certain structure here. This is what we see here with this combination. What we see more here, then there's also, you are happy with this with these things that are happening to you. Again, here we see that a person, if you do something artistic, a lot of appreciation will come at an later age. If you're already long in art, the older you get, the more appreciation your work will get. This is what we see here. It makes you satisfied, it makes you fulfilled here. This is what we see here. Sometimes this points also to sexual relationships with older people, meaning the partner can be more mature or older in age. This is what we see here also with this combination. Also, there could be some things given to you here. This is what we see all here with this combination. Anyway, if you have certain pressure for exposing your work, this points that you have the ability to keep your head cool. You can, if you want to. You can build up a persona, and here we see that you are able to keep yourself cool. Even maybe the situation is a little bit stressing and you want to move forward in life, but the situation might be a little bit stressing. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if an older person helps you, or this person is involved in showing or exposing your work, this person is has the heart on the right place for you. This person can really harm you, not harm you. This person has really a pure heart. They have pure intentions here for helping you. This is what we see here. Maybe you worked hard for come there where you see here. It's possible also that you dress yourself formal or very nice up. You wear expensive clothes for this outing that you have here. This is what we see here. Sometimes this points also to people who are very smart for exposing or bringing their work. Especially you have the snake here, you can if you want to. But we see more here. Anyway, this will be a very, very harmonious situation. Everything will actually go as you planned it, even though you are nervous. This is what we see here also. The tree, the snake, and ring then here. This points to that we have certain wisdom that we gathered through the years. Maybe we have a lot of knowledge in certain fields here. If you are, I didn't mention this angle yet, if you are in alternative things like alternative healing methods, this points also maybe that you know a lot about this alternative medicine. This could also point to this here. This is like the traditional way of healing, not pharmaceutical, not the pharmaceutical, the pills. This is natural healing here. It's possible that you are in this thing, that you know a lot about these things here with this combination. Anyway, this points to success here. You can make yourself more healthy. If you would be overweight or your body is not 100% healthy, you know how to take care of your body. This is what we see here. Anyway, there's a lot of knowledge here, also general intelligence here, because the snake is a very intelligent card. It also means that the intelligence is coming from your parents, your grandparents. It's like it's given over to you here. Maybe this knowledge of natural healing or whatever is coming from them here. You get this over. Sometimes this points also to the tree of life here. But what we see here. This combination. Anyway, what we see more here. If you do a checkup, a medical checkup, sometimes with this combination and you disagree with the checkup or the results of the checkup, sometimes it's good here to ask for a second opinion. This is what we see here also with this combination. Also in the future to come, you will feel more free. If you follow all these things through, you are in a very good prosperous period here now. And you will feel, if you were limited before or restricted, you will feel more liberated. Even though you have contracts and obligations, it will give you a sense of freedom, liberation. Not only the money, but yourself as a person here, I'm meaning here. What we see more here, again here, we need to be careful here, but if we have a fixed relationship here, we saw here with the snake with other partners, we see this here again. People with women here, in triangle relationship, maybe the partner is involved here in a second relationship and this person has her own agenda here. We see this here again. See more here. If certain problems will pop up for you in a legal way or contractually way, it's possible that you ask some person to help you regarding the contracts, and this is mostly a wise thing to do. If you're not the person who's into contracts here, it's possible that we ask advice for somebody who is rooted in the matter. Here, this is what we see here. Because these are the contracts, and this can point to somebody that is connected to the law and who has a lot of knowledge from these matters, especially from contracts, and you ask for advice here. This is what we see here. This person will exactly tell you financially how to act and react, what to do, what to put in the contract, what not to put in the contract. So you're financially good off with this thing. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the snake and the ring here. Again, here we see the affair here. It always comes back here. It means that one of the partners is in an affair here. This is what we see here. Sometimes this points also to infidelity here. This is what we see here. In another way, this points also, we mentioned this earlier, that if you have competition in your work, this points to competitors here. So we need to be aware that we have competitors. Maybe these are long-term competitors that you already know of. This is what we see here with this combination. You probably understand this if you that there are here with this combination, you understand there are we need to pursue this, we need to be careful with it, we need to put our goals, we need to be aware that we have competition. This is what we see here also. We need to be tactical here. Also, we need to protect our contracts. This is what we see here. So we are safe from the competition, and that the knowledge that is shared with us here from this person, we need to implement that. So we need to let it work in our advantage. If there is certain evidence that you have competition, wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Here, this is what we see here. You need to follow the dots here. This is what we see here. Anyway, this points to a very strong cohesion on your work field, or in your business. This is what we see here. So, Aquarius, for the matches, for the air group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other 3 card readings that are connected here. And please check out also the monthly card readings that we do every month for the sign of Aquarius. And the love card readings, of course, also that we do financial card readings. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to the Stone or the Earth group for your card reading, the Lenormand card reading for November 2021. As the first card here in the upper corner here, we see the ring. The ring is about relationships, so it means it's possible now that relationships are very important for you. It's possible also that you desire a certain relationship, but we have the stork there, so maybe you desire changes in the relationship. This is possible also. Anyway, this is like with this combination here, it's possibly that we are thinking about changing or staying. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe you're thinking about backing out. But anyway, this points to changes with the book here. It's possible that there are also secrets in the relationship. This is possible what we see here with this combination, but we see further how it goes. Then the central card here that we are seeing, this is the bear. The bear is a very strong card. It's also a financial card. So maybe financially we are stable here. We have a certain structure in our life built up here because we have the tower here at the end. So it points actually that we are probably in a position of authority. In some way, we are in a position of authority in our lives. Maybe since we have the tower here, it could be that we are very high placed for some people here in this card reading. Anyway, it points also then in a negative side that we should not overimpose ourselves, not in relationships and not in our work. We need to balance ourselves and keep ourselves in the middle, because the ring is all about balance. It's all about keeping the things in the right place here. It's possible that you are in top of the chain of command, but it doesn't mean we don't need to keep the balance in our life. Anyway, coming back here to the first line, we have the ring and the stork here. Here this points to that we are involved with certain people. The stork is the bird of changes, sometimes big changes. The birds also can point to a woman. So it's possible that a woman brings change in your life here. This is what we see. Or we are about to have some change because this is a female card here. There's some changes in our life going on here. Something is possibly, the ring is the things are returning. And here the stork is a migrating bird, but he always goes back to the place where he's born. So this is like something in a relationship is always coming back and it's always returning. So it's possible here that something is returning or a previous relationship is returning out of the past, or this relationship always pops up again. And maybe this is kept secret. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, here we are about to make some changes in our life, maybe big changes, because the bird is a big bird, the stork is a big bird here. In another way, if we are related to or connected to documents, more specifically contracts, it's possible here that we have a change in contract, or we are about to undergo a change in contracts that we are related to. It can also mean that there are some serious changes in our business. Maybe these changes are related to accountancy or to money, because this is the book. The book can represent accountancy. So maybe we need to do another approach for our business for getting things straight out. This is possible with this combination. Anyway, we commit to this change or to this new contract here that we are changing here, or that we are about to change. Anyway, this can point also that somebody promises to you that they will change. This could be a secret promise. They are able to change, that they are able to change for you. Anyway, with these people, there's a shared longing for change here. This is where, or there's a shared longing for that the contract change here. This is what we see here. Then we have the stork and the book here. If certain things were kept hidden or secret regarding accountancy, relationships, it's possible that these things are revealed here with this combination. Maybe suddenly something pops up and this relationship or this accountancy problem or this money is exposed here. It's like knowledge is suddenly exposed, secrets are suddenly exposed. And this brings a change here. It brings a sudden change here. It brings a different wind here. This is what we see here. Certain knowledge, things that you get to know, will transform you. Certain suggestions are made to you. It possibly also, it brings you insights, because the book is something we learn. So this whole relationship or this contract, it learns you something. We will get deeper insights with us. Maybe we get insights in accountancy. Maybe we get insights in contract. This is what we see here. Maybe we let somebody do research for us, maybe regarding accountancy, or maybe we ourselves, we are doing some investigations related to our business. We want to more know, we get to more knowledge, or we educate ourselves. We are in a certain learning process here, and we are slowly changing because of this. We discover new truths here. This is what we are seeing. We are going through some serious transition here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we will find out some truths here. This also points to a smart person that we are seeing here. It's possible before, that you kept this change for a long time secret, and now suddenly it comes out. If it's the right moment, here you will out these changes that are already going on for you for a long time. Then we have the clouds, the bear, and the moon. Here we see the cycles again. So there's a lot of circles here. Things are coming back, because this is also a card of return. And then we have the tower here also, and this is also a card of return. So we see a lot of things here returning to us, like partnership, secrets that are coming back, maybe somebody's coming back in our life. So it's all here about returns that we are seeing. Anyway, coming back here to the clouds and the bear, here we see that probably we are a little bit stubborn here. We are focusing on our problems. We are stubborn. Maybe we are stubborn about certain emotions that we have. Maybe we are unwilling to reveal our emotions, or we don't want to show our emotions. The bear is a very strong card. It's a very strong card. It's very powerful here. So we can be very stubborn. If sometimes with Aquarius, if they have certain ideas, they can be very focused on these ideas, and some don't want to deviate of the ideas that that they are having. And this can be a positive thing, and this can be a negative thing. It depends in what situation that we are. Sometimes we need to follow our ideas. Sometimes we need to let go of these ideas. Anyway, this points to a very strong focus here that we are seeing here. We are faced here with certain tasks or things that we need to undertake. Maybe this is connected also to certain emotions here. Maybe we need to grow up emotionally here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe there are certain responsibilities regarding to people that we are faced with. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes this points also to financial supports. Maybe we are thinking about financially supporting somebody, or we need to support financially somebody. Maybe if we had a previous relationship, there's still support required. Maybe for our children, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, regarding to our profession, there's a very strong focus here on the profession. Also, there's a lot of creativity. We know exactly because the moon is ideas. So we have very strong focus on our ideas here. This is what we see here. There's a lot in the mind here. There's a very strong focus here on the mind, what we are seeing here. Anyway, also, we need to see with this combination that we eat healthy. This is what we see here also with this combination. Maybe certain people give us certain warnings. They warn us for something. This is what we see here with this combination. Maybe sometimes we don't know how much authority we need to impose and what is the balance. And since you have the card of balance there, maybe we need to learn the structure of balance. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that we are protecting ourselves from some things, from certain emotions, certain ways of thinking. We are protecting ourselves here. This is because the bear protects. So you are very protective towards your ideas here. Also, if you have a business, of course, this is a good thing to protect our ideas, as long as our business, as it's not, the plan is not to be revealed. This is also what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to a person who is fairly charismatic. If he's in a leading position here, this is what we see here. The people can follow this person, and as we see here, this person, of course, need to know his limits for that and find the balance in that. Then we have the bear and the moon and itself. This could point that people are very respectful to you, because the moon is respect. We receive respect. We receive respect for our creativity, ideas, the way our mind works. This is what we are seeing here. There's appreciation here with this combination. Some people can maybe secretly admire us. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, there are some high standards probably that we need to keep up in certain groups of people, because we have the tower here. Maybe we are improving our position and we need to maintain certain personas here in our life because we come in a different position, a position of management here. But this card laying is about balancing and returns here. This is what we are seeing. Anyway, it could mean that we have a lot of emotions also. There's a lot of emotions involved here also. So it's like we need to keep the balance here between our emotions and our positions. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, there's an expansion here of our mind. We think, and as we think and we learn, our mind is really expanding here. So if we have good ideas, we could expand ourselves and we could structurally grow with knowledge that we have, and we could improve ourselves here with this combination. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here also, it's possible sometimes our mind is so focused that out of certain moments in that we have in a daydream, we get ideas out of that. We get ideas. Also, it points to that we have a very strong reputation here. Our reputation is strong here. We also probably have a lot of influence on people around us. Also, the moon is intuition and things we feel coming. And possibly in the field that you are working in, you have a lot of intuition. You know how things are gonna work out. And because you have strong ideas, you can influence others in certain structures. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, it points also that if people try to influence our mind in a negative way, that's possibly that you refuse to follow these thoughts and you follow your own path here. This is what we are seeing. And then we have the mice, the heart, and the tower there. Here it points that the mice is delays, things that need to be worked out. If we don't pay attention on certain things, they could cause more problems. And it next to the heart, it points that maybe in our love life or in our relationship, we need to work certain things out. Maybe we didn't attend the relationship in enough detail, or we overlooked, or we ignored things for a long time in the relationship. And it's possible that because of that, the relationship became a little bit strict. There's a strictness here that we are seeing. Anyway, the mice tell us we need to attend if we want to continue this relationship. We need to attend those small problems that are causing delays, that are causing problems. The mice we need to attend to. If we don't, the problems will grow, and they will literally grow tower high. So we need to attend here something, the matters of the heart. Maybe for now, there's some delusion in the relationship from the partners towards each other. Maybe the relationship is not easy for now. Maybe your heart is no longer in the right place, or the partner's heart is no longer in the right place, and there is some distance from the partners towards each other. It's like here also there could be love worries, romantic problems. The love has grown cold here. Sometimes also with the bear, it points to jealousy. Maybe one of the partners is jealous, but I don't see any cards here regarding jealousy, but it points here that one of the partners could be jealous for reasons that are unclear. This is possible also what we see with this relationship. Maybe there's no more trust in the relationship for certain reasons. It's like here, we need to check out what is wrong here. We need to check out the mice here. There's something that is not right, that is unwell in the matters of the heart here, what we are seeing here. It's possible also with this combination that it's very difficult to start this conversation again with your lover. But we have the ring here, and the ring is the card of balance. So here we need to balance ourselves out. We cannot be dominant. We need to find balance in this relationship. If we want to work this thing out and we want to work the issues out, the key here is literally the balance. This is what we see here. We need to, if we want to solve this problem, this what we is the key to it. Then we have the heart and the tower here. If we solve this problem, actually this is a very good combination. If we solve the problem, this is long-term relationship. The emotions are in the right place, but there were issues there. But we can overcome them, we can overcome them. The heart can overcome a lot. The heart and the ring can overcome things. But here we need to see, probably we will need to put some efforts in it. The bear is strength, so we need to put our strength in there. If we want this thing to continue here, we need to put strength in it. It's possible that there is distance now between the lovers. In another way, it's possible that your partner is for a long time in abroad, and certain things will need to be worked out if the partners meet again in real. Maybe this person need to travel in abroad for the work, because we have the stork there also, and the stork is a migrating bird that could then point to the visas that are required or the traveling documents, and this is crossing the borders. So it's possible that this person is traveling a lot, and maybe always traveling to the same destinations and coming back, because the moon is the cycle and the stork is returning, and here is also the renewal. It's also possible, if you have a potential partner, that this partner is returning from abroad. There's a lot of possibilities here. We work for a broad audience here, and this is what we all see here. Anyway, there could be a little bit loneliness in this relationship. Maybe we don't feel well about it. We are a little bit lovesick because our partner withdraws a little bit. Maybe we are suspicious that our partner has a second relationship with another woman. Maybe we are suspicious about that. This is what we see all in this combination. In another way, it's possible that our partner, this is another point of view, was obligated for the job to go abroad. And this separation that we are undergoing is actually against our heart. So this is what we see here also with this combination. So several things are possible here, and we need to, because our partners is so far, we have romantic feelings, but we cannot extend them. So we need to wait. The tower is waiting till this person is returning or coming back. Anyway, this person is important in your life. You have an important connection here, the both of you. This is, the bear is important, is big, and this is the relationship, and the tower is on the long run. So anyway, no matter how you see it, this is an important relationship. Anyway, it's possible also that the partner has a different skin color or is originally from another culture. This is what we see here also. If you are never married in your life or never had a serious relationship, I mean, if you never had a fixed relationship here, this point to that you could commit to a person on an older age. The bear is the teacher, so he teaches us life, and the tower is older age. So it's possible that we engage with a partner as we grow older or as we get more knowledge, that this happens late in life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if the partner is in abroad, we will not be very happy about this, but sometimes we can do nothing about that. What we see more here. We see here that one of the lovers, his heart is still open here. And this is what we see here. And another one is like the other partner is armoring himself here. This is what we see here. You probably, if you made mistakes before, you don't want a repetition of these mistakes. You learned about it here. If you work in abroad, this could be a high-placed company. You're probably directly in contact with your higher superiors, their contract. There is balances here that need to be worked out. This is the manager, this is the boss, and you are probably connected to all of it here. This is the top management here that we are seeing, and possibly you are in the next step of a life, or you are in line for a higher position. Maybe this is required, and the partnership is a little bit suffering because of that. This is what we are seeing here. The general idea here is, here in this laying, is that we need to find balance. We need to find balance between our work and our relationship. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the ring, the clouds, and the mice. Here again, we see the relationship problems. Maybe we are assuming there are relationship problems, and probably there are. there is probably the clouds is confusion. If there are clouds we cannot see, there is confusion, but also there's a strong focus here. And as I said, there are minor issues that we need to solve. We need to work this out. If we let a mice in our house unattended, there come more. So you get the picture here. What is the point here? In another way, if we are not yet committed into a relationship and somebody is approaching us for a relationship, it might be not the right time to do so. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe it's not the right time, maybe you're not up for it, maybe your mind is not in it for now, maybe you had losses before in previous relationship, you're not yet recovered and it's not yet the right time. Maybe some pressure is put on you, but you know you don't want. This is what we see here, what we are with this combination. Maybe you had a difficult crisis before regarding relationships. This is what we see here. Maybe the relationship before was confusing. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe our relationship before was unclear. There was insecurity, and we learned our lessons about this. Then we have the clouds and the mice. In a way, this points that we have doubt about this relationship. We might have doubt about the relationship, and because we have doubt in the relationship, it might us doubt ourselves also a little bit. This is what we see with this relationship. Maybe one of the partners want to solve things out and they don't want to move. They are very strong. The bear is strong. So it's like one of the partners don't want to move anymore. We cannot force to move the bear. He don't want. And if you wake him up, he get angry. So here it's possible that one of the partners want to work the things out. And before there is another structure in the relationship. This is also a possibility. As I said, there are several possibilities here in this laying. I have no feedback here from another person, so I need to cover several angles here. Anyway, it's possible also that before in your relationship, something was going on behind your back, and this became clear. This is what we are all seeing here. You are maybe unaware of something that was going on behind your back, and now you are more careful for not getting in this situation again. What we see more here, then we have the stork and the bear. Here this points to serious changes in our life. The bear is big, the stork is a big bird, so big changes are possible in our love life, in a positive way or in a negative way. We need to attend the problems. We already saw that there. It's possible in another way that due to some changes in our life, we need to dress up for certain events, or we have a certain position in our life that requires that we dress up well. If you are in a high leading position, maybe you need to wear certain outfits for your position. This is what we are seeing here. And it's something that you actually appreciate, that you like. It comes with the job and you like here what you are doing. If there are certain changes, also it's possible here also that we like these changes, we agree with them, we are in harmony with those changes here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, it's possible that the salary, because the bear expands, there's a possibility here of more money, because we saw the book here also. Maybe it's not yet clear what is going to be the change in money. It's a little bit here. The moon is a circle. Maybe it takes a while before the answer comes, but actually the moon is very fruitful. So probably this is a very good result, and it will be a structure on the long run. So maybe it's not yet clear if we have an improvement here, and maybe it's still in negotiation, it's still in the book, but it will come to you probably shortly, because the moon has a short circle. So shortly you will know the answer. The moon circle is 28 up to 32 days. So we see here that this is coming here to us. Anyway, this change is important for you. The money transfers changes here. Also probably your position is changing. You get more power here. You got more strength here. It's possible also that you yourself, you need to accept certain authorities above you. This is what we see here also. If it's been a long time that you've been in contact with a teacher of you or a parent of you, it's possible that suddenly you have contacts with your parents again, or with a teacher or somebody who learned you something in the past. This is what we see here also. And normally this should be a very good return. You're happy with this and you're talking about this. There will be a lot of emotions involved here. Maybe the meeting is a little bit structural. This is possible also. Maybe it's a long time since you've seen each other and you need to balance yourselves out towards each other where exactly that you are. Then we have the bear and the heart here. This actually points to the big love in our life that we are seeing here. It also means that our superiors, the people in charge above us, because mostly we always have people who are above us, even if we are in the top of the food chain, there's still sometimes people above us. And this points that our superiors appreciate the way we have changed. They appreciate our efforts here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that they see that you are very heartily in your work. You embrace your work here. You have your heart on the right place, and you work really with your heart. It's like you are a protective mother here for your work. This is what we see here with this combination. You're really passionate about here also. It can point also, if you're in a very good, prosperous financial situation, that you are a very charitable person, because the heart gives. The heart gives. It's possible that you give to charity here in certain occasions, that you give on regular basis to people, because these are cycling back. Maybe you have like a fixed charity goal, and every 3 months, every 6 months, every 9 months, you give to this charity. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, this is a very good combination also for love, if you work out the problem. Then we have the book and the moon here. These points to proposals, contracts, agreements, visas, accountancy, but things are very positive here. With the moon, these things are very positive, but we will need to apply a certain structure. The tower asks us to keep a structure. So this is what we see here. Maybe for this work, we literally need to cross borders, because the tower is borders. We need to cross some borders here for it. It's possible. Or maybe we are a little bit unfamiliar with the territory, especially emotionally. There are new emotions here coming up to us, or maybe you get confronted with people's emotions in abroad that are new for you. This is possible also. This points also to a person who has psychological insights. This is a person who knows psychology. The moon knows psychology out of books, so you have a lot of knowledge also related to people here. In another way, if you are more like an esoteric type or an alternative type, this then points also that you have knowledge in these matters. In another way, it could mean that also that you earn money off the books. As a sideline or something. This is what we see here also, and if you do, you will not share that, of course, with this. In another way, it's possible that you study up psychology. Maybe it's related for your higher position, and you need to do certain studies related to psychology, for applying this in your work. Maybe this is required. This is possible also. Anyway, there will be recognition here. This is what we see here for the study that we are doing and for the position that we are about to hold. This is what we see here anyway. This points to non-fictional literature. This is what we see here. We read books also, possibly also that we study in the evening. In a structural pattern, because the moon sometimes is the evening. So it's possible that we work during the day and we come home and we need to study up in the evening. Maybe we have a strict regime for studying, because the tower is a strict regime here. Then we have the moon in the tower here. There will be a lot of recognition for your position. People will come to you. They know your strengths here. The people know that they are on the right place with you. Sometimes it points also that you can, that you are able to make cold decision. You would not necessarily always involve your emotions here. This points to high status professions. It could be like this. And if you're in a regular job, it points that you will grow in the position, that you will grow out your colleagues here. You come definitely in a higher position here. This is what you see. You're no longer part of the regular crowd. You're standing out here. You're recognized here. This is what we see here also. Sometimes this can point that maybe we have less contact with our regular colleagues because we come in a higher position. This comes with the job probably, because if we go higher in the tower, it's like that with some positions. Then we have the ring, the bear and the tower. Here we see that there's a strong support here, especially on the work front and on the career, but also in the relationship. There could be strength if we work out small problems that we are having here. Anyway, in a way, it makes you also hold on to your marriage, to the structure of the marriage. This is what we see here also with this. This points mostly to marriages that are very financially stable and structural stable here. This is what we are seeing here. Again, here we see the return of a parental figure. This is what we see here also. Maybe some things we need to be worked out with the mother. It's possible that you need to help your mother here for some reasons, that you make an agreement or a contract for your mother. Maybe she's coming in an older age and then she's going to a retirement home and you need to make some arrangements here for her. This is possible because the tower can also represent hospitals, things like that, retirement homes. So maybe you're the one who making arrangements for that. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, you will commit to these responsibilities. You will learn also about it here. You will protect these people that have if they have protected you before, you will protect them also. There's a strong coherence here. If there was a strong willingness for helping you, you will help them back because the tower returns. So if they helped you before, you will help them back. Anyway, then we have the bear and the tower here. This points again to a person who is very expert in his profession. This points to a high-placed person. No matter what your job is, this points to grow out of the regular. This is person who grows. If you come from a working position, it means you go in the higher position. If you are, for instance, a lawyer, you go to becoming a judge. These are things that we go higher in society, no matter what your position is, and you're financially and growing in your job and also as a person. We also, at this points to that we have very high aim in life. We want to grow higher here. We want to achieve a high status. We want this promotion, we go for it, and we are focused on it here. Sometimes this points to natural leadership. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe our father figure, he also himself was high placed. This is what we see here. Maybe our father was also, or our mother was a government employee, high placed. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. What we see more here. Sometimes also, you might feel, because you come in this higher position, that you are unable to connect to people who were more easy to reach for you before. This is what we see here also with this combination. Then we have the book, the bear and the mice. The book and the bear, again, here it points to expertise. We already gone this over. It's possible also, if you are the type that likes to teach, even though you're in a higher position, that you do some charity work in teaching. Maybe you go teaching as with your knowledge, with your expertise in certain schools, and you do this out of charity. You don't need the money anymore, but you attend that school. Maybe the school was important for you before, this school helped you, and maybe some old teacher requests you for that, and you ask here, you help there in the school for helping some other people who are maybe in less fortunate conditions, or who want to go higher in their life. This is like here a teacher combination. This is what we are seeing. We have a lot of erudition here in our profession. Here we are a teacher, we are a mentor, we are a superior, and we are able to help others here with it. Maybe you don't even share this with other people that you teach there. You keep that just for yourself. It's not, you don't make this a big deal, but you teach there. This is possible also with this combination. Then we have the bear and the mice. It's possible here with this combination that here we see that some influences we had before might get less now. It's possible also that we see somebody around us that is not honest, and maybe it disturbs us, and we are confronted with that. There is some corruption going on around us. This is possible also with this combination. Also, this points that we need to take care of our body, that we need to eat healthy, that we need to see that our body is healthy. This is what we see here also. It can also point that you spend some money. If you make financial investments, be sure or make sure that these financial investments are secure, because sometimes the mice can point to financial losses. So be sure if you make some investments that these investments are solid. Check the details before you make investments. This is what we see here. If you have a lot of pressure on your work, and you have a lot of work and you need to do a lot of work, it's possible that you work so hard that it has a negative influence on your health. So we need to take care of ourselves here before get things out of hand. As we see here, we said before with the mice, we need to check our health here, that we can stay healthy. So Aquarius, for the stone or the Earth group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other card readings that are directly connected to it. Please check out also the love and the love card readings and the financial readings. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time you spend on my channel. Thank you for watching, and we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for November 2021. And the first card we see here in the corner is the ring. So it means probably that for now it's important for you. Relationships are important for you, contracts are important for you, business is important for you, and we see the stork. So there are some changes here regarding contracts. Maybe you're expecting a contract, maybe these contracts are related to abroad, because we have the ship here and the tower. It's possible with those combinations. These would be public contracts, because we have the garden here also. So it's possible that you work for the general public, but we see here with contracts, but we will see here how we evolve. Anyway, coming back to these cards, it's important for us. Relationships are important. We probably respect our contracts here, what we are having, or also our relationships, we are respecting them. Then we have in the central card here, we have the letter. The letter is not an email. It's an important document. It's a document that we can translate in money. It's like a bond, a degree, something that can be translated in money. We can apply for a job and we get the job with the degree, or the bond that we are having, we can transfer in money. So this is an important document here, not just a note. Coming back here, so we are expecting probably this document that it's coming to us. Sometimes the ring returns and we have a lot of returning cards here. So it's possible that this contract is returning to us, or previous things out of this contract are returning, is because these are all renewal cards here. All of it is returned. So something, it's possible that a contract is coming back to you, is renewed. This is what we are seeing here. And we see the money card also there in the corner. So it's possible here that we are having this, but we will give more details now. Anyway, this news that we are receiving, coming back to this, is very important regarding contracts. Maybe they are public contracts, as we saw earlier. Then we have the ring and the stork here. Here we see that we have involvements with people in abroad, probably. If not with people abroad, it's we have involvement with money, business contracts, possibly also even with banks, with financial institutions. But most likely it has to do with abroad, because we have the stork here. And the stork is a migrating bird, what we are seeing here. And here we have the tower. The tower is crossing borders. So I'm assuming here it's also possible that it has to do with banks in abroad, or money that is transferred from abroad, or business contracts that we have in abroad. Anyway, here we see something is returning to us. A contract is returning to us. Money is returning to us. Money and contracts are returning to us. This is here. Also, there will be probably some changes about this contract. But since all these cards that we are having here are positive, the changes that we are about to encounter are positive. There will be changes in the contract and changes in the money. But we have Venus there also, so I'm assuming here these will be positive changes. If they are not financially increasing, there will be more luxury involved in, because Venus here is luxury. So this is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, we want to change this contract. If we are in a relationship, it's possible that our partner is in abroad, or our partner is a foreigner. This is what we see here. Maybe we have business contract and our partner is abroad and we are in another location, and we migrate always up and down. This is possible also what we see here with this combination. We're always changing a location. This is possible also, or the money or the business is always going from here to there. What we see more here, yeah, and if we see here also, if we have a child, a younger child, the child is traveling with one of his parents always to abroad and back. This is what, but then that would mean, of course, that the child is still younger. Anyway, some promises will be changing here, or some contracts are changing. Even though there is distance in abroad, you feel together in good and in bad times. This is what we see here. The transformation that is coming now, you probably foresaw this. The ship is slow, the stork is slow changes also, and the ring returns. So you probably foresee these changes. You saw them coming here. This is what we are seeing. And now probably you're waiting on the contract. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you and the partner, you have the same goals, there's the same longings. If you're not always with each other, of course, you want to be with each other, but maybe because one of both is in abroad, it's not so easy, this combination. But there are very positive cards here. You stick to each other here because we have Venus here and Venus sticks to it. Anyway, the journey that you are about to undertake will bring big changes, because the stork is a big bird. So there's an important business here, transaction that is about to do. In a way, it's possible that you yourself are about to migrate. We didn't see that angle yet, but we see this here also now. The man or the person card, because this could be a man and a woman. We see this as a neutral card because we do general layings here. So you can put yourself there as a woman here. It's just because I picked this card out of the deck, it doesn't mean that you cannot be there as a woman. So it's possible here that you're thinking about permanently going, or for a certain period going abroad. Maybe you have been there and you return, because the start sometimes returns. If you are a foreign national, maybe you've been in another country and you return to your country of origin for doing business. These are all possibilities here that we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it's possible here that we are literally migrating here. This would be then the migrating document, and here we are crossing the borders, and all this passing and all these documents, even in these difficult times of traveling and moving, will have a positive results because we have the stars here. This is what we are seeing, and here we cross the borders, and we see here that we are allowed immediately to go in the public life. Maybe the rules in the near future will flex up here as we see. Anyway, there's a lot of progress here, activity forward, we move abroad. Probably also some changes, contract changes, or we ourselves are changing a direction. Maybe our business is adjusted. Maybe some of our things in our business here are changes here. We take a different course, maybe sometime. This is a long trip, long distance here that we are seeing here. It could be that this is the first step for finalizing. This is what we see here, but the idea is already there. Here we see also that you have a vehicle in abroad. This is what we see here also. For some persons, this will be a major change and they will never have been there. This is then, of course, a very different situation, and these are serious changes. Then if you are new in this country, there will be some adjustments, but the adjustments will all go very smoothly. Here I'm seeing, even though it's far, you will adjust easy there. It's like the people there, they fit you. They fit you here. This transformation, it really fits you, the transformation there oversee. Maybe through the years, you yourself, you changed a lot. You're no longer the person that you are, and you're more easy to adjust now to situations here in abroad. Maybe you traveled a lot before. Maybe you are easy to adjust here to because of your experience to the traveling you did before. It's possible also that you visited this place as a tourist before and you now return because this is revisit. So maybe you've been there as a tourist before, you're not unfamiliar with the place. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible that this is for a certain period of your life, and after you decide to come back. Maybe this is temporary because we see no final cards here. Anyway, you're on your way to get there. You will also discover some parts of yourself there, and this new culture that you didn't know that exists. You will, even though you've been there, you will discover some new things there. Then we have the bouquet, the letter, and the person card here. Here we see that the news that we are receiving, we are waiting for, and we are very happy with this news. It comes to us as a person. It's positive news. The news sticks to us. We are happy to us. It makes our life more comfortable, more easy. We are grateful for this news. It's positive news here that we are saying, and it was exactly what we are expecting for, and we are very thankful that we are receiving this news. Also, you will communicate about this, that you are very happy about this news. Maybe even some gifts are connected to it. This is possible also. Maybe there are some advantages if you work for a business. It's possible that you get some advantages in abroad. Maybe some is given to you there. This is possible also. Some people who work in abroad for bigger firms get a lot of advantages. This is what we see here. It's possible here that you get advantages. This could go from a car until an apartment. So we have a lot of things here that are possible. Anyway, you will feel welcome there. You feel appreciated there. You will not feel that you are unwelcome there. This is a very welcoming combination we are having here. Then we have the letter and the person card. here we receive this man, probably this information comes probably from a person in abroad, man or woman. This is what we are seeing here. This person is a lot of in communication with us. This person know how to communicate in the right way. He's courteous, this person. He might be a little bit, how do you say, from in abroad, a little bit distance, but this person, in a way, he shares what he thinks and what is best. He's a balanced person here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the tower, the stars, and the garden. Here we see that things are going very positive for us. If this would be air travel, it means that your trip is going very smooth. This is what we see here. Normally, there is no problems to be expected with this combination. This is for the long run. Things that you wished for might come true. If you hope for this for a long time, everything goes exactly as you wanted here. If you were expecting a higher position, this is a higher position. If this is related to spirituality, to religion, and this is connected to abroad, this could also work out. Maybe you get a higher position in spirituality, in religion, in abroad. This is possible also. Anyway, these people there will recognize you. It's possible also that you are the first one there who do that kind of job, that you have original job. Sometimes Aquarius is the first. Aquarius can be very original sometimes. The origin of ideas, it's ruled by Uranus, and Uranus can sometimes have very original ideas. And these ideas, they stick to the people. So it's possible here that you do a job there in abroad, and these ideas that you implement there have a very good result. So this is what we see here. We get recognition there from the people. You might even have fans there, as we say. People will be following you, your leading position, if you are doing that. If you are in a spiritual authority or a religious authority, people will like your points of view. You're very liked. This points to that women likes us. If you're a man, women will like you. If you are a man, it means authority likes you. If you are a married couple, it means that you are liked as a couple. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, coming back to the stars and the garden, it means that we are popular here with the public. We have fame. We are well connected. We have the right connections. Maybe this person there in abroad, he helps us making the connections. You are inspiring people there because the stars are very inspiring, very positive. Probably also Aquarius likes to work in group. So it's possible also that you have certain groups or you function in certain societies and you ask these people opinion. And this works very positive for you. This works very positive for you. You put trust in these public opinions. Of course, we need to limit this. We need to limit this. Eventually, we need to go for these opinions, but mostly people appreciate if you get their point of view and if you implement it in your own ideas. Anyway, there's a lot of connections here also with other cultures. We see the good things of the other cultures. We embrace those cultures. We try to implement them in our daily life. This is what we see here. Also on social media here, we make a lot of social contacts. This is what we see here. The ring, the bouquet, and the tower then. Here this points to a very good relationship with the partner, with a lover. Possibly this points to a marriage. This points also that our partner probably is handsome, and if she's a woman, she's pretty. This points to a pretty woman. It's possible that you are an older couple already. If not, what is possible also that is one of both partners here is more mature, more experienced, or older age. This is possible what we see here, but the person will be very good looking even if they are more matured age. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points in general to a happy collaboration, a happy marriage here. There's a lot of social engagements here with each other, if you can. If you're not yet married, this can point also to that you officialize your engagement and it turns into a strict relationship, because this is like the contracts here. This is Saturn, and Saturn officializes things. So it's possible that you go in the next step. Maybe you decide to marry abroad. So this is possible here also with this combination. Then the marriage would be in abroad, the structures would be there. If you're always moving abroad for now, of course, you will promise here that you always come back. You will need to if your wife is there. Anyway, but eventually we see there the travel is there, and maybe this is the marriage, and then that's the finalization. You go there. Anyway. And then we see here, also we see here that we and our partners, we share the same tastes and likes. Like for instance, we have the same taste of art, the same taste maybe from restaurants. There's a lot of similarity here. We adjust to each other, or we like the same things. This is what we see here with this combination. Also on the field of art, if you visit art galleries in abroad, you will have the same, share the same taste here. Then we have the bouquet and the tower. This points to a very good period of prosperity here. Sometimes maybe because in the beginning we are alone there, we can be a little bit alone. This is what we are seeing here. If you are into, if you have a job that is related to artisticity, or if you are an artist, or if you have creative profession, this could also point to a creative profession, and you are contractually maybe connected to your partner. This is what we see here, because that is the partner. Maybe our partner is an artist also. So that's why the same tastes, maybe we have the same education, because the tower can sometimes point to our education, to university, high education institutions. So maybe that's how you get connected before. This is what we see here, or you have a similar education. Anyway, here, if you meet each other, you will dress up very stylish for each other. You will take this appointment very serious if this is a new engagement here. This is what we see here. We go to expensive fashion stores, both of us, and we dress ourselves up. Anyway, this points to pleasant, enjoyable things that are happening to us, restaurants, things where we have, relax ourselves. Venus makes things more enjoyable. This is what we see here. Anyway, there will be a lot of charm here between the partners. There will probably be conversations here about the art here. This is what we see here. If we had some certain walls of defense towards this person, if we are new in this relationship and we're about to go in, here we see that if we had certain walls of defense towards this person, these walls of defense will go down. Venus has a way to eliminate the walls of defense here. This is what we see here. Anyway, here we see that there is a good balance between the partners, even if there's temporary delays for meeting each other in the beginning. This will be worked out here with this combination. In another way, if you come in a higher position in your life, it might be that some people are jealous in your surroundings. This is what we are. Maybe they are jealous of your positive spirit. This is what we see here also. It's possible here with this combination. Anyway, there's admiration here. If you are an artist, there's admiration here for your work. This is what we see here. The social circle that you are functioning here is high placed, because this is the tower, this is the highest form of society. So probably a lot of your contacts, maybe that's why you dress up if you're an artistic person, for maybe there's a gallery in abroad or something like that, or something artistic in abroad here that we are seeing here, and a lot of high placed people of that country are invited. So you need to dress up regarding the occasion. Anyway, there are some certain things here that we see also in your life you will let go of, maybe because you change status. And it's possible that you need to let go of some things out of your current lifestyle. You feel that it's time for letting those things go. Anyway, if you have contact there with high-placed people here, we have Venus here, we need to see that we are charming, diplomatic. If we do, this has very good financial results if we are like that. Anyway, if something goes wrong in abroad, this points, even if you do make some mistakes there, that the authorities forgive you. So even if you make some mistakes there or some documents are not 100% in order, this points that it will be swept under the carpet here. This is what we see here also with this combination. There's a charm here towards authority, so this will comes up. It's possible even that authority figures there, they help up to clean your image. This is what we see here also with this combination. Maybe you've been waiting for a very long time for this position, but now it's finally coming true. Then we have the stork and the letter and the stars. This news arrives, we already saw here. This news makes you change. New address we see here also. This is literally a new address, new paperwork. If one of the both partners, if you moving together, this means that one of the both partner gets a green card, a working permit. Here, this is what we see here also. We learn ourselves. There's a lot of changes in abroad, and we change ourselves also. Licenses will be given to you. Also, there will be meaningful conversations here. This is what we see, communication that leads somewhere. Then we have this letter and the stars. This points to the news that we have been waiting for here. This points also probably that we are very grateful for our change. And if we are a spiritual or a religious person, that we pray thankfully for what is coming to us. This is what we see here. Or you do some meditation, spirituality. We are actually grateful for what is overcome here. But probably you worked for it also. That is then the other angle. We need to be thankful, but we cannot forget that we worked for it also. Then we have the letter and the stars. Here, these are conversations that we see here. This points to that if we communicate, we try to improve the way we communicate, possibly for improving our business. Maybe we do something or we undertake something to improve our communication. It's even possible maybe that we learn the local language. This is possible also. We adjust to the native tongue. This is possible also, maybe for improving, or we try to do that. If we do, this will be greatly appreciated with this combination, if we are able to do that, of course. Then we have the ship and the person card here. Then we see literally that a person here is traveling to abroad. This could be a business person, it could be your traveling companion, maybe somebody is traveling with you, maybe your partner is traveling with you, or else somebody is traveling with you. If you're a woman, this would be a man traveling with you. If you're a man, it's possible that a colleague travels with you, maybe a financial colleague, maybe a business colleague. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it's possible also that one of the both partners is staying in the original place here, and there is some sadness, or not sadness, but there's some missing here because the ship longs. So the partner longs to the other partner, but maybe it's not possible, and maybe this distance for now is necessary, but it's of course it's gonna solve itself out on the long run. In another way, if you are in traveling business, this could also point to a person who do business, travel business here. This could be a travel agent. In another way, this can also point to a person who's responsible for a big vehicle, an airplane, a ship, This is what we see here also. This is a public person who is responsible for the public, because this is the public. So he's responsible for a big audience, a big public falls under his responsibility. We saw this earlier. This comes back here, but in a different way. Anyway, this is very financially prosperous here, this job. What we are seeing here, there will be some public meetings here that we are seeing. We meet a lot of persons here in public here. You're probably a lot in the public eye. A lot of people see you. There's a lot of communication with people, probably business transactions. You meet a lot of people in public. You also are popular here. Some people will be fascinated that you are from abroad here. This is what we see here also. You will be social here. This is what we see here. You will become a public figure. Maybe sometimes, if you are unfamiliar in some areas with some traditions in abroad, you will need to cross your own borders. If you have some limitations, maybe in that country, the rules and regulations are different, and you will need to cross them. Or in another way, in a different angle, is that you maybe are confronted with some rules and regulations, and that you need to apply on. In some countries, they have different attitudes, different rules, different regulations, and maybe this is new and you are confronted with that. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, we come to the cross now. We have the ring, the letter, and the garden there. Here we see, again, here there's a certain interest here, public contracts that we are seeing here, commitments here that are made. We are making promises. Again, this could point to a wedding or an engagement here that we are having here. But in the beginning, the bond with this person might be a little bit difficult or weak, because maybe this person is in abroad. Anyway, this points also that maybe you receive some invoices there in abroad. This is what we are seeing, or some contracts here that we are seeing. Maybe we both express that we want to commit to each other. We want to come closer to each other. This is what we see here. Anyway, we share a lot of information here. Then we have the letter and the garden on itself. Again, we see a lot of public invitations here. We go out. It's possible also in a way that we are responsible for public announcements, or we announce something publicly. This is what we see here. You get a lot of invitations for going to social occasion parties. This is what we are seeing here. We are a lot in communication with an audience here. There's a lot of public communication, public speaking here. This is what we see here. We don't hold back. We say what we want to say. Then we have the ship, the letter, and the tower. This is news from abroad about business. We already see. If you're in the travel business, this means that you travel, you advertise your business in a regular structural way. This is what we see here. This is the longing for the message. I just see if I can add something here. Then we have the letter and the tower. This is news that is coming back for us. News is coming back to us, or news that we were expecting. This is legal documents, possibly related to abroad, that are coming to us. These documents are official, have to do with our stay there. This is what we see here. Maybe these documents give us authority to stay in abroad. This is what we see here. We receive letters from authority. Also, it's possible if we work for a company, we receive notes from our company, legal documents. In some cases, also, this points to if we would be in constructing business, that we receive permits for constructing something. If we have or are planning to build a house in abroad or something, or we need to have some legal documents here, this is the approval of the government that we are waiting for. Here, this communication will be very clear. It will be clear to you here what is said. With this combination. Also in these documents, it will be clear what you can do and what you cannot do here with this combination. Anyway, Aquarius, for the fire group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are connected here. Please check out also the love card readings and the financial card readings. Thank you for doing so. Thank you for your time you spend on my channel. And we see each other in my other card readings. Thank you and bye-bye for now.